I'm Kat Hocking, and one of my businesses is Tasmania Made Markets, where I organise in-person markets for handmade artists. This campaign is to help save time with the many, many emails that get sent out when organising a market, and to make things more streamlined and easier. The form that the vendors use to register for the market is normally a type form or a Google form because they need to submit images when they register, and the applications are then vetted by me to make sure that they're suitable before they're offered a position at the market. So this is not a sort of process that could be automated. I also need to set up checkouts for each of the payment types, and there are many, many payment types for this market. There are payments for corner stalls, aisle sites, and there are two different areas in the market. One area is the sites are more expensive than the other area, so there's lots of permutations of those for the checkouts. There are also full payments and two different types of payment plan as well. So that adds up to a lot of checkouts. So that's set up in advance. And there also needs to be an internal form prepared for the market as well. So this is the internal form, their first name, last name, email, their site number, bump in time and bump in location. And this gets filled in when their bump in times and their sites have been allocated. We'll go into that more when we get to that part of the campaign. Okay, so we'll start here with this one. And the way the checkouts set up, they don't automatically cancel the payment plan. So this is a reminder to stop the payment plans. There's two different things that need to be stopped. We've got a trigger tag in here, and then if we click into here, there's a calendar timer field here, and it generates a task to remove the option for the payment plans on that date, because we don't want them choosing a payment plan past a certain date, otherwise they won't be able to pay in full before the market happens, and they need to have full payment in before the market happens. So that's just to remind me to remove that option. And also the fortnightly payments don't automatically cancel. I've got to do that manually. So this is just another task in here that's created 12 weeks after they start paying to cancel their fortnightly payments so they don't keep getting charged. Okay, we'll just keep moving down. Here we add a trigger tag to the email list of people that have previously done markets to invite them to apply for the market should they wish to this time around. So we'll click into there and they get an email just inviting them to apply for the market. Just a very simple email there. And then wait at least one day before they get sent a reminder. And they get sent two reminders to register for the market. And then we have email opened here. If it's opened, then it sets up a task to tell me to check that they've registered or not. Okay, and then I add a tag to them if they've registered. Okay, and if they've opened the email but they've not clicked, then they get an email. And this one just says, I noticed you opened the email about the Christmas market, but you didn't click. Was it because you're not interested in participating this year? If so, no worries. Or was it because you got distracted? Okay, so it's just a reminder to apply for the market. Okay, so when I go through all the applications and decide to offer people the spot at the market, they will have already chosen whether they want to be in the foyer or in the main arena, and what sort of site they want, whether they want a double site, they want to share a site, or they want a corner site, all those options, and then they get an acceptance letter in here. And that has all the information they need, telling them they've been accepted and to make payment. Okay, and if they don't make a payment within a certain amount of time, then they get a payment reminder. They need to have paid by a certain time, otherwise they get a payment reminder. Okay, and if they've made payment, then it pulls them out. Okay, they also get a Facebook group reminder, so if they haven't joined the Facebook group, they get a reminder, and then wait at least 1 minute and the tag is removed, the trigger tag is removed from that one. Okay, and this is when they get allocated their stall site and their bump-in times, then they get this one. They fill in the form that I showed you before. We'll just go to where are we? Okay, so we go, if they're accepted, not if they're accepted, once they get allocated their site number and their bump-in times, we go to the form that we created. So go to Forms and the vendor site details. Their name and email address will already be in there because it's on their contact record. And then we enter in here their site number, the day and time that they're to bump in, and the entry location where they are to bump in. Okay, and then once we've filled in that, we will be able to save the contact information there. Okay, so going back to our campaign. Also, when they fill in the form, this trigger tag gets added to them. Oh, it's an activity tag that gets added to them. Okay, so we'll go into the email and just show you how it looks in the email and how we get the form details in there. So we've got these custom form fields here, which will automatically fill in their site number, their bump-in time and date, and their access point to bump in, and then a few more details here about the market that they need to remember. Okay, and so the next thing here, in this bit here, we have added a tag to them. Then once they've paid, the tag gets added to them through Zapier from the checkout once they've paid, and that sets up a deal in here and puts them into a pipeline. And doing that just makes it easier to see how many people are in each type of stall. So let's have a look at the pipeline here. So we can see how many people we've got in the foyer site. We've got 15 there. We've got 82 people that have got aisle sites. 5 that have got double aisle sites, and 8 who've got shared sites, and 20 with the corner site. And if anyone cancels, they get dragged into the cancelled part of the pipeline. And that's about it, I think, for this campaign. I think we've shown you everything. So this campaign saves a lot of time and therefore a lot of money. So more than $2,800 it saves in time for this pipeline, because running a market, in-person market, is very time intensive, and this helps a lot to cut back on the time that's spent doing the types of tasks that can be automated.